Pasty scallywags. So the normal everyday start with a decent strong plunger coffee. I'll tell you, it's a little bit chillier this morning. It seems like the sun is battling to break through, which I thought was cloud, but you can see it there trying to break through, but I don't think it's cloud. I think it's actually probably smoke from the fire they were fighting all day yesterday, all late afternoon to evening. Yeah, it looks like smoke that's drifting over the hills at the back there. Yeah, so maybe we'll take a ride up later and see if we can actually see what side of the farm it was. So just getting back from another shower and having secured their last point of entry, I came back to another bastard in my tent. I mean, yeah, they know how to use zips, don't get me wrong, these things are clever. So I mean, yeah, he just made a hole in this gorse. I came face to face with him and he just bolted, but yeah, so they know how to use zips. I don't know what I'm going to do now. And I mean, it was only one of them, so it seems to be one of the larger males. Bastard, he's going to be eating catty when I see him again. He's around here somewhere. And it's crazy, there was not one sign of anything here before I left for a shower. I even watched from the shower window, saw nothing. It just shows they sit and wait silently until you leave, and they just move in like stealth mode. Bastards. So I've gone ahead and done is using this nylon cotton. It's really strong. I've gone ahead and stitched all my zips to the tent. Downstairs I don't really use these windows, and I've even stitched the Velcro down, say every 100 mils. So yeah, I've done that on all three windows. So yeah, let's see if that's gonna help. I see he's even had a bit of a chai. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Yeah, so let's see how that fares. Now let's put a decent hold up on my day. It's delayed me quite a bit. I still need to go wash dishes. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take my slingshot catty ass with me, and if I see him, I'm gonna be shooting at him from wherever I am. But yeah, let's see what you got next, you crafty little bastard. Okay, so these are the ablutions. I've just come to a little wash up area so I can just wash my dishes quick. There's a sign explaining about the monkey management. So yeah, these are the ablutions. They're very basic, but it's always clean. I think they get cleaned like twice a day regardless. Yeah, so you got your showers, your basins, just yeah, very basic setup. But yeah, like I said, it's always nice and clean. Always clean and always hot water, which is great. Okay, one thing I found about the woods is that the whiter woods work a lot better than the darker woods. The darker woods just take a lot longer to get going. One good thing about the vervets in the trees is that they, from jumping tree to tree, they break a lot of the dead branches off, which make for good kindling to get your fire started. And yeah, I think I better get cracking on that pot already. Potjiekos originated with the fur trackers here in South Africa many years ago. Typically then it would have been your venison meat and vegetables. So yeah, venison stew, if you want to call it that. That is pretty much a stew at the end of the day. This is such a versatile dish. You can do just about any meat, from chicken to venison. I've done ostrich neck. Oxtail seems to be a favorite one. Shin is also very good. But today I'm going to be doing, it's not exactly the beef I wanted to get, so it's very lean because it's goulash. So I decided to wing it today, and I've got some pork offcuts which are quite fatty. So I'm going to do a pork beef mix. And yeah, vegetables I like to keep minimal. I don't like to add too much. So I'm just going to go with maybe 1 or 2 large coarse onions, coarsely chopped onions, and a couple of baby potatoes, which I'll probably half. And then towards the end I'm going to add chopped up baby marrows. And of course there will be beer added. Okay, that's the way I like to start a potjie. Some decent firewood, and then top up with coals or wood if you please, just to keep it going and control the heat. But yeah, we've got the onions on the go now, so I'm going to get these to brown a bit, and then I'm going to start adding my meats to brown with the onion before I start adding the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so with the meat browning nicely, both the beef and the pork, it's on a really good heat now. I like to add a lot of my spices now before to make it all saucy. Very basic. I use the brown mix, pepper, salt. I've actually added already, so I'm not going to add too much now. Normal pepper, which I've added, and I'll add some more later. And of course cayenne pepper, which I'll always use in just about everything. That's enough for now. Then chilies, which I'm going to add a bit later too, not right now. So I forgot to bring stock, but luckily the reception has a couple of basics, so I'm going to have to go with a brown onion soup as a stock just because I didn't bring any. So yeah, it's almost time to make it saucy. Okay, so I've got a really good heat going now. The meat's starting to brown nicely. I've added some of my spices. And a couple more minutes and I'm good to add my liquids. And then the potatoes and let this thing sit for a while. Right, so I'm ready to add more liquid to it so I can start adding my potatoes and stuff. I'm happy with the amount of time it's browned, so yeah, if anyone else has seen any of my couple cheesy cooking shows, you'll know that I love cooking with beer. So initially for this one I usually use a stout, a milk stout, usually a Guinness, but a Guinness or two, but on my way here I just could not find a damn Guinness can, so I'm just going to go with a normal beer for now. Might have to add another one later. It could take 2 and a bit more just to get the liquid levels up. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just chop my potatoes, get them ready. They're baby potatoes, but I'm still going to half them. It just takes a little less time to cook. So yeah, the idea behind this is because I simply can't make a potjie for one, that I was going to cook for the awesome staff here. And so well deserved after last night's fiasco coming from a neighboring farm. I saw the smoke coming from behind the kopje, just behind my campsite, and yeah, it just progressed. And I mean, I saw the guys racing from here in their buckies and tractors, racing to help the neighboring farm with the fire. And yeah, I mean, the skies were lit red behind me for man, hours and hours. The smoke just in the air, it was crazy. Yeah, and to watch it from here and be helpless. Yeah, I offered help, but they said it's all under control. So yeah, kudos boys. I think they did a good job, and it's nice to see the camaraderie between the farmers out here. I mean, they raced there and they must have worked late at night. So yeah, 90% of this is going to go to the staff because I'm not going to be eating that much, that's for sure. Cheers boys. Right, so by seeing the size of the baby potatoes, I'm not even going to half them because I mean, this pot's still got to sit for a good 2 hours or so. It's usually a 3 to 4 hour pot, just depending what meat you're using. Yeah, so I've chucked in about 20 baby potatoes. I mean, they're really small. So yeah, now it's just put the lid on and let it chill for a bit, and then I'll start adding things later again. Reason I add baby marrows kind of last is because if it cooks too long, it's just going to disintegrate and disappear. So yeah, I don't like that, so I'll put those really towards the end. And yeah, so now it's just a matter of put the lid on, let it chill, watch it, maintain the heat at a good level, and you're good to go. So now once again, you just got to kind of keep yourself busy. So yeah, it's going to be a good couple beers in. Yeah, very cool to see them just grazing right behind me now. The females are really beautiful. They're just so pretty in the face. Can't see the bull anywhere now. He's there somewhere. Yeah, getting rather close to camp. They're rather brave, but he's come for a drink of water. Hey, I'm not going to bother him now, that's fine. Get your drink on. Got a young vervet teasing the dussie. Yeah, so they chase the dussies, they tease them, they jump on them, they jump off them. Yeah, so it's just like a game. There looks like we've got a bit of grooming going on. Well, at least I think so. Right, so with all the monkey chaos I had this morning and trying to repair and prep for the next attack, I haven't even had a chance to have breakfast. Pot's on the go now. It's been on for a little while. It's now 3 o'clock already, and I haven't even eaten breakfast. So proper bushman's breakfast. Drive horse, man, I love it. It's a winner. Ooh, and there we have the herd of impala coming in. Nice. Yeah, but at least I'm gonna have somebody in my gut before this is done, because it's still got a couple hours to go. Cheers. Okay, so the spot's coming on just lovely. It's lacking a bit of heat though, so these are my homegrown hybrids, but I'm not even going to chop them up. I've dried them naturally, so they just crush. Just got to make sure to wash my hands properly. We've all been on that road. Don't want to be touching no goods with chili fingers. From your eyes to everywhere else. And for once I've actually just been splitting wood and stoking the fire with wood itself. I used a couple of briquettes in the beginning, but I stopped doing that. So now I'm just using a wood which I like, and it's actually just working perfectly to control the heat. I love it. Yeah, all you guys with the gas, keep it natural, stick to your tradition. What's wrong with you, fools? Woo! Okay, I'm just going to add some of that brown onion soup just because I forgot my stock, but I'm not going to add too much. I'm just going to add a little bit and just see how it gels, because they can thicken the liquid a bit too quick. So right, so I'll just keep an eye on that. I don't want it to get too thick. We've still got a tad more cooking to do. The liquid levels look perfect, so I'll just watch the thickness now. I'll taste the heat again a bit later. I've actually got garlic, that's what I forgot, so I'm going to get me some garlic, chop it up. I've actually got a fresh clove here, that's what I'm missing, dang nabbit. So yeah, I'm going to chop some garlic up and put it in. Right, so the silence here is deafening, but beautiful. Scenery is awesome. Okay, besides the animals you hear now and then, especially the eland which are walking now on the other side of the koppie here, just past me. They're not the most graceful walkers, they're just so large and heavy, so yeah, they make quite a noise. And sadly I do still see smoke coming from the neighboring farm. So yeah, it's probably just smoldering all the work they did yesterday. It must have been rather large. Hopefully tomorrow I'd be able to take a drive there. With all the monkey fiasco I had today, I never had a chance. Okay, so behind me is my Bucky Ute pickup. She's a 95 model Mitsubishi Colt 3-litre V6 4-wheel drive, and man, I love her. I don't want another Bucky or vehicle. I love this thing. She's never let me down. I've had her for 14 years. We've done many good trips together. Towing boat competition once a month for a couple of years. Towing boat from Joburg to Inanda with all those ups and downhills. Yeah, I mean, for a 14-year-old girl, she's still got guts. A little old, banged up, very thirsty, just like its owner. But yeah, don't want another car. She's got just under 250,000 Ks on the clock, and she's still good to go. Yeah, good car's like a good woman. Doesn't let you down, don't let it go. She'll have your back. Cheers. Okay, so it's time now to add the baby marrows. It's been going close on the 3 hours now. These take so little to cook, you don't want them to be mushy or cook away. Also, a lot of different vegetables release a lot more liquid, so your mushrooms, your marrows, certain veg will do that, and it's just going to make your sauce really thin again. So I've got my sauce at a consistency I'm happy with. So it's slightly thick, but not too thick and gloopy, so this is just going to thin it out a slight bit. So yeah, after this is added, it's a good another maybe 15-20 minutes. I can move the coals away and just let it sit. I think the Ezemvelo staff are almost done. I said it'd be ready before they clock off, and they clock off at about 5, so I think it's about 4:30 now, so my timing for once ain't that bad. Yeah, and that's what it should be looking like. Not too thick, not too thin, not runny, all just full of goodness. Yeah, I really can't wait to taste this beef pork mixture. I just believe that the pork's gonna give it a different flavor. Oh, pork good with anything. Take bacon for instance. Yeah, so I'll probably get a bit of a review from the staff tomorrow. Old thumbs.
Dear Andrew, we just want to say thank you for the lekker potjie from the Ezemvelo staff. It was really good. Thank you.